Nazi scum.
You've stayed with us for 14 years.
The Nazis rule the world.
I'll find them and I'll help them fight.
B.J. Blazkowicz.
I thought I was a goner. And here you are, back from the dead.
Wolfenstein the New Order is the reboot of the first FPS series of all time, and it's an excellent reboot. If you've never played, you shall. It was developed by the studio Machine Games, the same studio of the last Indiana Jones game, that's very good too, but here it's totally different. It's a fast-paced FPS game, set in an alternative world after World War II, a universe that Germany wanted, and now you, as an American, must fight to resist the pressure of the New World government, and believe me, the story is immersive and really fun. The game was released in 2014, PlayStation 4, PlayStation 3, Xbox One, Xbox 360, and Microsoft Windows. The gameplay resembles a little bit the new Doom games, but not that fast, and with some unique features that I'm sure you'll enjoy.
I like you, such a resilient specimen.
I'm trapped. I know what's real.
Alice Madness Returns is a third-person, single-player action adventure and platformer. The game is set in an even more bizarre version of the world of Alice in the Wonderlands, with a lot of charisma. In the game you visit the grim reality of Victorian London and travel to the beautiful yet ghastly Wonderland to uncover the root of Alice's madness. The game was developed by the studio Spicy Horse Games and published by EA Games in 2011 to PlayStation 3, Xbox 360, and Windows, and you can play it on Xbox One or Series X and S because it's available in the Game Pass Ultimate along with EA Play. Use multiple upgradable melee weapons, including the explosive teapot cannon, the punishing hobby horse, and the classic Vorpal blade, with a lot of charisma in this dark action video game.
I'll set you free, Alice.
Is it mad to pray for better hallucinations? I've not come back here looking for a fight.
That's a pity. One's certainly looking for you.
The destruction of Wonderland is the destruction of me.
Tell you, it takes a lot of rage to stare across 8 realms of hell, an ocean of demons, into the eyes of the Red Judge and still think, I'm coming for you.
Metal Hellsinger is a shooter game completely inspired in the new Doom games, but the point here is that the combat of the game is also mixed with a rhythm feature. If you shoot in the right moments of the songs you'll cause more damage. What makes the gameplay even more satisfying is you learn. The game was developed by the studio The Outsiders and released in 2022 to Xbox One and Series, PlayStation 4 and 5, and Windows. Slay to the rhythm of metal and vengeance on an infernal journey through the 8 hells. Hellsinger is a rhythm FPS bursting with demons, badass weapons, and heavy metal music. An excellent game for you fan of the new Doom games and want to play something similar.
Her guns were the drums of hell. Me? I'm just a fan. I'm still here. Holding on. Let this fire break. Let this scorching last.
I want to find out who did this. And then I'm gonna kill him.
We better move.
Enslaved Odyssey to the West is a very good action-adventure game. It was developed by the studio Ninja Theory, the same studio that developed Hellblade 1 and 2, and DMC Devil May Cry. Some very good games in my opinion, and Enslaved is a game that was kind of forgotten in time, as it was released in 2010, to Xbox 360, PlayStation 3, and PC, but it's surely a game that you that likes action-adventure games with a good story gotta play. Follow a gripping, surprise-filled journey, as two dissimilar characters form an uneasy partnership in order to survive through a perilous, post-apocalyptic America. 150 years in the future, war and destruction have left the world in ruins with few humans remaining, and nature having reclaimed the world. A game with beautiful visuals, interesting characters, and an insane universe where you'll easily get hooked as you start playing.
I ain't gonna let that happen.
What the hell is that?
Follow me.
It'll be dangerous. Maybe even suicide.
I'll deal with it.
Soon she'll wake and paint again.
Clair Obscur Expedition 33 is an amazing turn-based RPG released in 2025. Nobody was expecting much of the game, but it showed us that a AA game can be a masterpiece and is surely going to be one of the nominees of the Game Awards this year.
You're only going to make things worse for everyone.
No. She chose to come. I didn't make the rules between you two.
You're fighting.
The game was developed by the studio Sandfall Interactive and released in April of 2025 to PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X and S, and Windows directly on Xbox Game Pass. So if you didn't play it yet, do. Especially if you use Game Pass, it'll hook you in the first 30 minutes of the game.
I thought I was used to losing people.
Yeah, me too.
The game mixes exploration, combat, and one of the most original and immersive storylines I've ever seen. In the first minutes of gameplay you'll already like that universe and characters, and from there on, it'll surprise you more and more. The combat is in a turn-based style, but is probably the best game to start playing this kind of game if you never played some, cause it's not just press a button and wait, you gotta make it happen by quick time events to increase the damage. You'll also need to dodge or parry enemies' attacks, otherwise you won't get far in the game, cause it may be challenging in some moments, so just do a favor to yourself and play it.
Our Expedition 33.
Geppetto's puppet. We need your help.
Lies of P is one of the best Souls-like game by Anam from Software Studio. It's my favorite one actually, without counting from software games. It was developed by the studios Round 8 and Neowiz, and released in 2023 to PlayStation 4 and 5, Xbox One, Xbox Series X and S, Windows, and Mac. If you like Souls-like game, this is an excellent game for you. The gameplay is tight and fluid, with excellent enemies, different weapons, builds, armors, powers, and of course, insane boss fights, some that in my opinion are even better than some from software boss fights. The only point of the game that didn't please me is that it's extremely linear, you'll never feel lost or even think if you're going in the right way, cause usually there's only one way. But it's really worth to play.
Your lies are a rare ability.
Power beyond your imagination.
Come back to me, Carlo.
Lie to protect yourself.
You stole my sister from me, rotten puppets!
Be careful, clever one.
In this waking nightmare, where all dreams come true, you searched for control, a way to pull through. When you were in love, you left him in tears,
to smother your furies.
Hellblade, Senua's Sacrifice, is the first game of a series now. The second game is also good, but not as the first game in my opinion, so let's focus in Hellblade 1 here. The game was developed by Ninja Theory, the studio of Heavenly Sword, Enslaved Odyssey to the West, and DMC Devil May Cry, all great games, and here the style is a bit different of these other games, a warrior's brutal journey into myth and madness. Set in the Viking Age, a broken Celtic warrior embarks on a haunting vision quest into Viking hell to fight for the soul of her dead lover. The audio system of this game is absolutely immersive and unique. The storytelling is insane, with great moments of gameplay and scenes. The combat is kinda simple, but still very fun, and there are great boss fights too. What makes it even greater for me, and the puzzles will be in everywhere, and they're really interesting. The game was released in 2017, and it's available on Xbox One, PlayStation 4, Nintendo Switch, and PC, and it's really worth to play.
But in darkness they came, through stormy black seas they raided these shores. Do you still hear his screams? And now that you're home, he's so far away.
Bulletstorm is a good and unique first-person shooter, with cool mechanics, and a fast and frantic gameplay. The game was developed by the studio People Can Fly, and released in 2011, but in 2017 the game got a new version that is enhanced to play nowadays. It's available on PlayStation 3 and 4, Xbox 360, Xbox One, Nintendo Switch, PC, and there's a VR mode too, that you can play on MetaQuest 2 and 3, and PlayStation VR 2. Step into the boots of Grayson Hunt after a crash landing on an old resort planet forces him to make a hard choice, survival or revenge. Execute masterful kills with Bulletstorm's unique combat system that rewards you for performing the most creative and deadly kills imaginable. So if you like good fast-paced story first-person shooter games and didn't know this one, dude, believe me, it's really good, and the good part is that it's always in a good price, so check it out when you can. Outer Wilds is a unique game about exploration, mysteries, and puzzles, all that's set in different places of the solar system. The game was developed by the studio Mobius Digital and released in 2020 to PlayStation 4 and 5, Nintendo Switch, Xbox One, Xbox Series X and S, and Microsoft Windows. Outer Wilds is a critically acclaimed and award-winning open-world mystery about a solar system trapped in an endless time loop. You're the newest recruit of Outer Wilds Ventures, a fledgling space program searching for answers in a strange, constantly evolving solar system. As you explore the game, you'll see things getting connected with answers and more mysteries. What will make your playtime in the game better at every new discovery, making the experience in the game really unique.
Look, Daddy, it's you.
BioShock 2 is the second game of a beloved first-person series. Many people never played this game cause it's the weakest game of the series, and yes, it's true, but it doesn't mean it's not a good game. Actually, it's very good, with a good story, gameplay, and an immersive combat and universe. The game was developed by the studios Irrational Games and 2K Studios, and it was released in 2010 to Xbox 360, PlayStation 3, Mac OS Classic, and Microsoft Windows. Set approximately 10 years after the events of the original BioShock, the halls of Rapture once again echo with sins of the past. Along the Atlantic coastline, a monster has been snatching little girls and bringing them back to the undersea city of Rapture. So if you never played this game, I highly recommend it, and if you never played the series, play them all. They're all really good. The last one, Infinite, is really different in its style, less horror and more action, but is an excellent experience, especially by its incredible storyline.